Yo, what's up y'all? Sensei Scosi here, and today we're diving headfirst into the absolute best team for Pokemon Yellow Legacy. Now, if you're new to the concept of a best team, it's something I picked up from Mystic Umbreon, the genius behind the best team concept and a top tier Pokemon content creator. His best teams for all the mainline games go hard, so if you haven't already, I highly recommend checking him out after this video. Now, what exactly is a best team? Well, it's my carefully picked 6 Pokemon squad, designed to give you the smoothest ride through the game, covering type matchups, demolishing gym leaders, and getting you through the Elite Four and Champion. These aren't just fan favorites, they're strategic, synergized powerhouses, built to win in all of Yellow Legacy's hardest fights. Now, what is Pokemon Yellow Legacy? Well, this isn't your grandpa's Pokemon Yellow version. Pokemon Yellow Legacy is a ROM hack created by Smith Plays Pokemon that fully remasters Gen 1, rebalanced stats, better move pools, and quality of life upgrades like the running shoes and fully reworked back sprites. And you can catch all 151 in a single playthrough. The trade evos are changed to level ups, garbage move pools are fixed, and the Gen 1 jank is just cleaned the fuck up. It's tougher, tighter, and way more rewarding, so strap in. We're breaking down the squad, where to catch each mon, their ideal moveset, and who they absolutely destroy on the road to the Hall of Fame. Right out the gate, we get our first Pokemon, our faithful starter, Pikachu. Now, we don't get to choose a starter this time, instead we're forced to use Pikachu. That doesn't get to evolve, and in base yellow, it's kinda not good. But don't sleep on Pikachu now. Yellow Legacy gives him some real love. Better stats, full access to all the HMs, and that juicy 25% badge boost makes Pikachu a real force to be reckoned with. For moves, we start out with Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt hits like a truck and you get it at level 30. Thunder Punch can hold you down until then, and our second move, Thunder Wave, is learned at level 8, and it lets you cripple sweepers, and then helps you cheese out some tough fights in combination with the next move, Double Team, that Pika learns at level 15, giving you great cheese really early. And the final move we find as a TM on Route 12, being Payday. Payday gives you free cash throughout the game that will be much, much needed for later TM usage. For matchups, Pikachu can take out your rivals' Spearow and Fearow lines, Pidgeot, Dodrio, Gyarados, Cloyster and Vaporeon, Giovanni's Kingler, Misty's entire team, Koga's Tentacruel and Golbat, most of Lorelei's squad, Bruno's Poliwrath, Agatha's Golbat, Lance's Gyarados really easily, Charizard pretty easily, and then with good setup you might be able to take out a couple of his Dragonites. As you can see, Pikachu gets rolling really fast and stays with us all game, and despite no evolution, this little rodent definitely carries more than his weight. Next, we move over to Route 3, where we can grab Mankey, who later evolves into Primeape at level 28, and this ape is crazy. For moves, we get Karate Chop at level 21, which gives us a powerful stab that once we're evolved, lands crits like crazy. Dig can be gotten from the Team Rocket Grunt outside Cerulean City, and gives you early coverage against Surge and other poison types. Then can be swapped out for Rock Slide before the Elite Four if you want Flinch and Flying coverage instead. Next up we have the HM Strength, which gives consistent power and is needed for game progression. Otherwise, I would say just use the next move, which is Body Slam, which you can find as a TM on the SSN and gives you Parachance. But if you want, after beating Koga, you can trade it out for Toxic later for some of the bulkier fights. For matchups, Primeape does well against your rivals Jolteon and Flareon, Raticate, Growlithe and Vulpix, Magnemite line, Scyther, Rhydon, and Electabuzz, but look out for Electabuzz's Psychic. Destroys all of Team Rocket's poison and normal types, Giovanni's Nidoking, Nidoqueen, Dugtrio, Kangaskhan, Golem, and Persian, completely sweeps Brock, takes out Koga's Muck, Weezing, and Tentacruel, crushes Blaine's squad, And then for the Elite Four, Primeape can be a Lapras delete button with a crit Karate Chop. Bruno's Onix, gone. Agatha's Golbat gets outsped and crushed with a Rock Slide. It's a great pick against Blue's Rhydon, Arcanine, Flareon, Ninetales, Machamp, and Sandslash. As you can see, this thing's a monster. The coverage is insane. On top of being caught so early, Primeape really makes light work of Kanto. Next, on Route 3, we can also grab a Spearow, which, even if you plan to sub out for Aerodactyl later, Fearow puts in really good work early game, and with not using a fire type on our team, that flying's kinda necessary for the bugs and grass. For moves, you get Drill Peck at level 24, giving us early dominance, and then we have Sharpen at level 30 to let you boost your attack. The Double Edge TM from the Game Corner is high risk, high reward, but Swift at level 18 can hold you down if you prefer the consistency. And finally, you get the Fly HM as soon as you make it to Celadon. Pretty bread and butter, but also pretty strong. Now for matchups, Fearow destroys our rivals' Bellsprout line, Exeggutor, Scyther, and Parasect. Team Rocket's Weeping Bell. Fearow annihilates Erica's gym, does good against Koga's Venomoth, is helpful against Sabrina's gym with the high speed and physical. For the Elite Four, he clears Bruno's Mons minus the Onix. Fearow makes a clean coverage fill with great speed, perfect for revenge killing and filling gaps with the normal and flying stabs. But you can also sub Fearow out for Aerodactyl once revived, ideally right after Koga. With Aerodactyl's crazy base stats, you don't lose much from dropping Fearow, and this monster comes with Rock Slide on it. And we can give it the Earthquake TM from Silphco, giving you massive type coverage right away. You can also put Fly on it immediately. We can get Sky Attack in Victory Road, which in this game is a one-turn strong flying attack, but until then Wing Attack holds you down and comes on Aerodactyl. You also get Hyper Beam at level 50, which is a game ender if you know how to abuse it. Fly still works if you need the utility, but you can toss it on Pikachu post D4 if you really want that Hyper Beam. For matchups, Aerodactyl destroys the rivals Victory Bell, Jolteon, Exeggutor, Pidgeot, Dodrio, Arcanine, and Flareon, Team Rocket's Poison types and Victory Bell, Giovanni's Onix, Machoke, and Golem, helps against Sabrina's gym, steamrolls Blaine, destroys Giovanni's Nidos and Golem, can be used against Lorelei's ice types, just play smart against the Surfs. He smashes Bruno's squad, shakes down Agatha's entire team with Earthquake and a Rock Slide for the Golbat, dominates Lance's whole squad with Smart Beam usage, as well as Blue's Rhydon, Arcanine, Exeggutor, Flareon, Magneton, and Dodrio. This thing eats late game fights for breakfast, and for being late to the squad is definitely worth the effort and the Fearow trade-in. Next, once we reach Vermilion, we dive into Diglett's cave and grab our third core team member, Dugtrio, which you can catch as a Diglett, or if you're lucky, you can find a fully evolved Dugtrio in his mid-20s. For moves, Dugtrio learns Earthquake at level 40, but Dig comes on it and holds you down until then. Next we have the Rock Slide TM from the Celadon City Soda Girl for coverage and flinch chance. It learns Slash at level 31, which almost guarantees crits. And for the next move, however, here's the twist. Cut, gotten off of the SS Anne, is now a 55 power bug type attack, and it absolutely shreds psychic types, making Dugtrio a secret weapon against Sabrina and other psychic lines. For matchups, Dugtrio does well against the rivals Kadabra, Fearow, Pidgeot, Jolteon, Flareon, Growlithe, Rhydon, Electabuzz, and Cloyster. Just play smart because you're really frail. He crushes Team Rocket, just play smart against Lickitung. If he paralyzes you, you probably want to swap. Absolutely destroys Surge and Sabrina, steamrolls Blaine and Koga's entire teams, and for the Elite Four, destroys Lorelei's Jinx, Agatha's entire team, and Bruno's Onix, takes care of Lance's Charizard, and Aerodactyl, just play kinda smart there, And against the champion, Dugtrio does well against all of the rivals' Jolteon team, but play smart against the Gyarados. All of his Flareon team except Sandslash, but play smart against the Cloyster, as well as the Pidgeot, Ninetales, and Alakazam on his Vaporeon team. As you can see, Dugtrio pulls his weight and then some through this game. With that buffed attack stat and easy access to Rock Slide and Earthquake, Dugtrio is already a force to be reckoned with. But Bug-type Cut turns this glass cannon into a glass assassin. Fast, lethal, and consistent. Next, we head on over to the Pokemon Tower post-Team Rocket hideout to snag a Ghastly or Haunter, which evolves into Gengar at level 42, our special king. And yeah, he evolves by level up instead of trade in this hack. Super awesome. Also, Legacy's buffed ghost types to now actually beat Psychics. Finally. So for moves, we have Nightshade learned at level 36 to hit Psychic types hard. And we can get the Psychic TM from Mr. Psychic on our way over to the tower. And you should already have the Thunderbolt TM to give him, and give you insane coverage right away. And the Mega Drain TM that you can go get from Erica, or should already have from Erica, keeps you in the fight a little bit longer. Gengar's move pool is loaded right away, no waiting around. You get a hard-hitting monster right out the gate. For matchups, Gengar does well against the rivals Gyarados, Rhydon, Alakazam, Cloyster, Dodrio, Victreebel, Primeape, Pidgeot, Exeggutor, Marowak, but play smart against Marowak, Fearow, and Golduck, but careful of Psychic, Machamp, and Vaporeon. Gengar also does well against all of Team Rocket's poison types, and can be used as a switch-in on their normal type moves to take no damage. Does well against all of Giovanni's team, just watch out for earthquakes. For the gyms, Gengar does well against Erica's team except Tangela, all of Koga's team, all of Sabrina's team if you're caught up in levels, steamrolls Giovanni's team, except Dugtrio probably outspeeds you, so be careful. For the Elite Four, Gengar puts in work against all of Lorelei's team, all of Bruno's team, all of Agatha's team, and lances Charizard and Gyarados. And against the champ, Gengar is exceptional against all of the Jolteon team except Jolteon, all of the Flareon team except Magneton and Flareon, and all of the Vaporeon team except Ninetales. Whoa. Gengar's an absolute beast in this game. Getting a fully kitted out moveset almost immediately after we obtain him is insane, and the amount of fights this Pokemon did well in was absolutely monstrous. And that special stat? Nasty. Last, but certainly not least, we grab the Super Rod after the Pokemon Tower and head on over to Pallet, then go a little south and we can fish up our final team member, a Staryu. Evolve it with a Water Stone, and let the slaughter begin. For moves, we get Psychic at level 40 to melt Poison and Psychic types. We get Ice Beam from the Celadon Soda Girl to wreck dragons and grass. We get Surf from the Safari Zone, which is your stab, nuke, and Thunderbolt from the Indigo Plateau, or Thunder from the Celadon Game Corner if you're risky, adds extra coverage. Or if you prefer, you can also use Recover, which is learned at level 27 if you're playing item restricted. For matchups, Starmie does well against the rivals Rhydon, Dodrio, Fearow, Pidgeot, Marowak, Arcanine, Ninetales, Parasect, Flareon, Machamp, Vaporeon, and Primeape. Team Rocket's poison types, Giovanni's Onix, Marowak, and Golem, completely wipes Blaine, destroys Koga, and steamrolls Giovanni. For the Elite Four, Starmie can hit all of Lorelei's team except Jinx if you taught him Thunder or Thunderbolt, all of Bruno's team, all of Agatha's team, and all of Lance's team, as well as the champion's entire 3 squads except for Jolteon, Alakazam, and Magneton. I'm not sure, guys, but I think Starmie might be the star player of this run. It just smokes and solos the entire late game with Stab, Surf, and Psychic, as well as Bolt Beam coverage. It's an unstoppable monster that carves its own path through Kanto. There it is, guys. 6 Pokemon with 0 weaknesses and total dominance from Pallet to the Hall of Fame. Pikachu for early electric pressure and utility, Primate bulldozes physical threats, Fearow or Aerodactyl cover flying and flex hard, Dugtrio slashes through everything with Bug Cut and Earthquake, Gengar disrupts and nukes, and Starmie just ends games. If you're looking to steamroll Pokemon Yellow Legacy with power, speed, and strategy, this is the squad. But maybe if you want a few more options, here's some honorable mentions for you. Venusaur or Victory Bell give you fast setup and a special sweeper with high crit. Exeggutor gives you another powerful psychic type with Leech Seed. Charizard is a strong Fearow replacement that loses some physical strength for gained special and gets Earthquake. Poliwrath's a great water out option with Amnesia to sharply boost special, high crit Karate Chops, Surf, and Ice Beam. Gyarados is possibly the best water type for Kanto. Alakazam is the best special sweeper, but I thought Gengar's type fit better for our team, and I wanted Starmie. Hitmonchan boasts a significant special buff in this gen, allowing him to make use of the elemental punches and survive super effective psychic hits. Either of the Nidos provides slower yet bulkier options for ground types with decent special coverage. Dodrio is stronger than Fearow, but if you're going to swap Fearow out, it might as well be for Aerodactyl at that point. And Snorlax gets Amnesia, making him an excellent tank and hard hitter with both physical and special. Also, Slowbro. I used him in my original Yellow Legacy playthrough. Amnesia, Psychic, Surf, Ice Beam. Kind of just destroys everything. It's Starmie without the Bolt Beam coverage that can take a couple more hits and can set up Amnesia to absolutely destroy and one-shot everything. But I think Starmie overall performed slightly better. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know what game or ROM hack you want next. I've got tons more breakdowns coming your way. So, stay sharp, never stop asking questions, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.